Well, hello YouTube. Coming back at you again here with the Staccato HD P4.5. So I took it out today, did some more shooting with it, shot a couple hundred rounds out of it initially, and then had some overheating problems with my camera. Apparently it didn't want to work in the sun. It was too hot for it. So both my iPhone and my GoPro. So I came back in the house here to go ahead and kind of I'll do a prequel to the video here instead, so I'll have to do some video editing and cuts with it, so please bear with me on this one. My apologies here on this camera overheating. But the Staccato HD P4.5 here, it did really well after I put some oil on it. I did take it out of the box and just shoot it as it was, so I ran a couple hundred rounds through it. Ran a little more than that today through it, shot some off camera as well. Continued to shoot after I was done recording my videos, or I should say after the camera's overheated, just because it was fun to shoot. So this is a very soft shooter. It's very reminiscent of my XC as far as soft shooting. Now this doesn't have as light of a spring in it as the XC does, but it was a soft shooter. So keep having issues with my camera here. I don't know why it keeps cutting off on me. Maybe I'm just not a GoPro professional here. So yeah, very smooth. Very smooth. Just really like it. It did not want to lock back on the Metgar mags. So it does lock back when you lock it back, you know, with no rounds in it. But on the last round, it doesn't stay open. So I don't really know what's going on with that. But all the Glock mags, as you see, they did lock back, and it performed very well. So shooting it out of the box, you know, it didn't seem to like firing a lot of rounds out of it until you probably clean it and throw some oil on it. But it did come with a lot of oil on it from the factory. So, but after I oiled it there, I mean, no problem. Ran like a sewing machine, ran really good. So with that, we'll go ahead and get into it and let you guys kind of see how it performed out there. Hopefully the slow-mo video shots came out well. You can kind of get a look at that recoil impulse. I tried some different grips just to kind of see, you know, if you have a looser grip or whatever, like kind of how it performs. So, all right, guys. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and start the video here with shots.
Well, hello YouTube. So this will be my second attempt here to do this. I was out here a couple days ago. The heat was just, it was hot. And I had both my iPhone camera set up and I had my GoPro set up here. And both of them overheated. The iPhone overheated really quick. And I got some shots and I got some GoPro shots, but the GoPro was like on the ground, so I didn't have it on the tripod. I was just doing kind of getting an up angle shot at it. So I didn't want to put that out there, so I wanted to come back out and try to do this again today. And today I'm just going to record this on the GoPro, get some first shots out for y'all so you can kind of see what this thing shoots like. So I will tell you, it does shoot pretty good. It's very smooth. The gun it's very smooth gun, nice and smooth. I mean, I've got the XC and it's pretty smooth. I don't know if it's quite as smooth as the XC, but it is pretty smooth. I did have those first shots on this. I think I put about 200 rounds through this that day, a couple days ago, just right out of the box, you know, didn't oil it, didn't do anything. Factor oil on it was pretty good. I mean, it was pretty tight with oil, but I did have one problem with it. On the second mag, I did get a stovepipe. So it was on the first shot there, got a stovepipe, didn't have any other problems after that. It ran really well. So it does recoil a little bit. As far as coming back onto target, the recoil is pretty light. It's pretty nice actually. But afterwards I shot my CZ Shadow 2 Kaer. I just bought that here not long ago. So I'll do a video on that as well. But I shot that after having shot this HD P4.5, and I'll tell you, I could dump rounds of that thing even with that short barrel on that CZ Shadow 2 carry, and hit the target every time, just as fast as I could pull a trigger. That thing would drop. I mean, it would snap and just drop right back, you know, to zero and just hit the target. This did take a little more control to stay on target. Right now, I do have the green dot not zeroed. It's just zeroed with the sights right now. Got it from the shop. Haven't messed with it yet. I got some other projects going on right now. Trying to get a windmill up, and that thing it's a beast. But anyway, I wanted to go ahead and get these shots out to you so you could kind of see what this looks like. I did some slow-mo video. We'll see how that turns out. Here's some shots I just did here before I do these shots here for you. So you can kind of get an idea of what the recoil looks like. Did a couple different grips on that as well. But it shot really well, no problems, shot smooth. It's actually fairly soft shooting as well, surprisingly. So, I mean, for a duty gun, this thing is real nice. I mean, I do like it a lot. So, anyway, let's go ahead and get to it. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot some rounds here. We'll just put a few mags through so you can just kind of get an idea of kind of how it shoots. And then we'll talk a little bit about this Defender ST here that I have on this in a minute here. So, all right, so with that, I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and we'll just go ahead and put some rounds here about 10 yards away on this target here. Oh, there it is, guys. There it is. So this is the problem I'm having right here. Apparently this gun gets so hot it needs a smokestack to vent off the smoke there, the heat. So yeah, that's what I experienced yesterday. Same thing, you know, it was through the second mag. So this is the second mag I've shot today as well, and picked up that stovepipe. So that's a huge disappointment. I'm not really liking that too much. So got a good grip on this thing. It's shooting soft, but that's definitely happening, and that's not good. So with that, we'll continue on here. Oh. There we go, guys. There's another one. This one didn't stovepipe, it just didn't come out. So I don't know. Didn't have any problems with this yesterday. So it's still, you can see the barrel here, it's still wet. So oil is not an issue here. You know, some lubricant is not the issue here. So, all right, so we'll clear this one and we'll continue on. We'll just blow that one off. This is the round that came out of here. So also, if you'll notice, it didn't lock back on that. So earlier when I shot a mag through this, it did lock back. And when I was shooting a couple days ago, I put some Glock mags in here, which we're gonna shoot today as well, so I can show you that. But this thing, sometimes it locks back, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's not really an issue, but to me it is. When you pay for a gun that's, you know, $3 grand, I'd like to have it, you know, I mean, I'd like to have it locked back on the mag. So I don't know what that is. I'll probably give Staccato a call about that and find out what the deal is with the mags not locking back, where it does sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And talk to him about these stovepipes and stuff too as well. So I'll drop this round in here. We'll go ahead and fire this off, and I'm gonna grab another mag. Sorry guys, I don't have a cameraman, so you have to put up with me the whole time here, going back and forth. All right, so as you can see here, didn't lock back again, okay? So empty mag. These are the Metgar mags that come with it. these Kaer mags look pretty nice. I mean, they're basically, you know, steel Glock mags, but they're pretty nice. So not sure why it's not locking back, but like I said, sometimes it does. I guess it just does what it wants to do. So with that, we'll talk here a second about this Defender ST. I don't really care for it too much. The green dot is okay on it. I bought it for the green dot to kind of test that out and play with it. But I do like the bigger windowed sights on here. So the RMRs, any of them that are really small like that, you know, I kind of like the bigger one. You know, I don't think that's necessary, but if you're trying to shoot fast and you're pulling this out of a holster, which I didn't bring my holsters and stuff down today. I just wanted to kind of get this out today. Have some other stuff going on here, but I do like the bigger windows. I think when I'm pulling this thing up, especially like, you know, my Shadow 2 Orange, you know, those kind of guns, I've got, you know, and my Glocks, I've got holsters for those for competition. They do some steel challenges here local, but we don't have like USPSA here. But, you know, pulling that thing up quick and drawing and just grabbing that first, you know, sight picture where you're target focused and you want to get that red dot in your vision quickly. I don't know, I just find that the bigger window works better. And on that RMR HD, one of the things I really like, and I know some of the other brands do it as well, is it's got the little donut of death around the dot, you know, and I actually kind of like that. Not so much because I care about the donut of death around it, but that red in the window is really big on that circle. So when you see a part of that circle, you know how to shift the gun really quickly to get on target very, very fast. So I shoot that really fast and I really like it. So I don't think I'm gonna stick with this on this one. I'll probably throw this on one of the smaller guns and just go ahead and throw that HD on this one. But I'm not real happy with the kind of the malfunctions I've had here. I'm gonna go over here off camera. I'm gonna throw some oil on this thing, put some more on it, because I know they like their oil. I don't know if you guys can kind of see up close there, but it's got oil on it. So I'll throw this mag back in here, which is interesting that this mag will lock back the slide when there's, you know, nothing in it here. So it does lock back on the slide when there's nothing in it, but the last round it's not keeping it open. But you can see in there, guys, hopefully it's picking it up well on the camera here. I'm using the GoPro today and I'm more comfortable with the iPhone, but it looks like it's still pretty wet in there. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw a little more lube in there anyway, just a little bit on the rails here. But that shouldn't have any issues here with you know, lubrication here for this thing to be jamming up. Or maybe it had too much, who knows. But we'll throw another mag in here regardless and see how that does. All right, guys, so I'm back over here. Got another mag here. We're gonna go ahead and use the Kaer mag this time. I got 2 more mags of this, of the Kaer mags, and then I'm gonna throw a Glock mag in there for you. And we'll see how that does, see if it locks open or whatnot. But hopefully we don't have any more stovepipes or, you know, failures to feed here. So we'll check it out. We'll see. All right, so I just put the gun, or put this mag in here and racked the gun, or dropped the, you know, slide release on it. And I don't know if you guys can see there, but there's another failure to feed. So very, very disappointing, to say the least. So let's give it a little bump. Bumped right in there. All right, so we did have to bump it once, and then, of course, it didn't lock back again. So, all right, well, let's throw another mag in it. I don't know, maybe it needs a break-in period. I know Kimber likes to say that. Their guns need a break-in period of like 500 rounds. All right, in there good. All right, that one locked up good. There it is, guys. Another failure to feed. I don't know. Or actually, it was actually a failure to eject or extract. There it is again. All right, let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. So I'll go ahead and go off camera again, and I'm going to try to see what I can do with this thing. All right, y'all, so I put my iPro on here. You know, I know there's the Range RSOs or the YouTube RSOs out there probably throwing a fit. I wasn't wearing my iPro earlier. Sorry about that, guys. I wasn't being safe. All right, so I went ahead and just I didn't oil it the first time I was going to, but I didn't. So I went ahead and oiled it up, and I oiled it up pretty good. It's pretty wet, okay? So it's, I mean, it's nice and smooth. I'll tell you, it's smooth. I like it. As far as that goes, it's nice. It's fit well together, and there's no movement there in the slide, laterally. There's barely any movement up here. I mean, it's tight. It looks good. But definitely smooth here. But anyway, so it's oiled up, guys. Let's fire through here and just see what happens. So going back with the Metgar mag again, I've got this mag, a standard Glock mag in my pocket here. We're gonna do some extended Glock mags as well here in a minute. So we'll see how this goes. Let's hope we can solve this problem of this thing jamming up. I don't know. I'm very disappointed in this, I'll tell you that. All right, so that time we had slide lock back with the Metgar mag. No issues, fired well as you saw. So I don't know, maybe she likes to be wet. All right. So now we're gonna go ahead and try the old standard Glock mag. We'll see how that goes. So just one standard 17 round Glock mag, no extended butt on it or anything. It's good to go. All right, see if it locks up there. It does, it's good. So ran well. All right, guys, so just did some double taps, some single taps, just kind of changing up the tempo on the shots, and fired just fine, no issues. Glock mag, standard Glock mag, it locked back that time. So looking good there, but fired quite well. Right now I'm just using the sights on it. I've got the green dot turned off. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on here for the next shots. But we're gonna dump a couple of extended Glock mags through it and see if it runs well. Pretty wet here. All right, guys, so I grabbed a few more mags here, and I've got a variety here. So I've got some of these here that have the Terran Tactical extended plate on it here. I've got some of these black ones here. I've got some for my Glock 19X. Some different color Terran Tactical butt plates on them for that gun. And then I grabbed a regular Glock extended mag as well. So it has the, you know, the regular standard Glock OEM, you know, extension on it. So, all right, so turn the green dot on. I know it's not quite on a little bit, but I'll square that away later. Anyway, we'll see if it has any issues with this and continue on. But so far, so good, you know, with a nice wet gun here. All right. All right, guys. As y'all can see, it locked back again with the Glock mag, and it ran flawlessly, no issues. So, you know, I changed my grip on it, had a regular standard grip, you know. I do shoot left-handed, so probably should put the camera on the other side, but I got the sun on the other side of me, so. But yeah, just, you know, got my standard grip here, and then I did my little, kind of like, I do a little grip like this where I can really get on it and kind of stay on target pretty well with that grip, especially with my CZs, man. Those things, that grip, I'll tell you what, I mean, it's just fast as I can pull that trigger, it's awesome. Can't wait to do a video on that. That gun is really awesome. But yeah, ran flawlessly now that it's wet, and locked back with the mag. So just gonna throw a couple more mags in. Like I said, just doing some different mags to see what we come up with here. All right, so this is just a Glock 19X mag, same thing, OEM. Looks like it's going into battery just fine now as well. All right, so we had lock back on that one. No issues there, fired just great. Other than I need to get my green dot zeroed, but fired great, so no issues. Pretty happy about that. All right, old standard Glock 19X mag here. All right. Going back to another one of the black OEMs. Let's see if it racks up this time. And it does. That's awesome. All right, guys, might have redeemed itself. I don't know, we'll see. All right, guys, just varying fire again. No issues. Locked back again on the Glock mag. No issue with the Glock mags, it seems. It's kind of strange that the Metgar it came with, you know, and I hear a lot of good things about them. Kind of strange it wasn't locking back with those. It did once, but not consistently. But the Glock mags are locking back, so there's that. So I'm sure there's going to be a wide varying experiences out there, but that's my experience today is the Glock mags are locking back. So, all right, guys, I have one more mag I'll throw through here for you. So you can kind of see, it looks like lubing it up pretty good solved the problems that I was having. So looks like if you know, you're having some issues, you know, you get this thing new, maybe go ahead and clean it first. I wanted to see what it did out of the box. So out of the box, looks like we got some issues there. Maybe it's just whatever they use to put on it, I don't know. But it just looked like regular oil to me. It looked like it was really wet too. So I'd say maybe give it a good cleaning when you get it out. You know, once you're able to get one of these, and then go ahead and oil her down, and I think it's gonna run just fine. Because right now it's running like a sewing machine. I mean, it's real good. It's real light shooting. I mean, I even stopped to check on that last shot. I was like, man, did it jam up on me again? No, it's just real soft shooting. Thing is really smooth. So I do have the DLC coated barrel, as I went over in my other video, and I do have the X serrations, and I'll tell you, I can feel the heat coming out of the X serrations when I do get on this thing a lot. So they definitely are letting that heat out, that's for sure. All right, last mag, guys, and we'll call it good, and should give you just a good, you know, kind of opening shots fired on this thing, on this Staccato HD P4.5. Ugh, can't talk today apparently. But I don't know. I like it now. I wasn't liking it earlier. but now, yeah, it's shooting real nice, real smooth. All right, last mag, guys. Go ahead and do some one-handed stuff right now. All right, guys, bring her on in here. Just did some one-handed there, as you saw. Fired nice, man. Exactly what you want it to be, exactly what you expect with something like this. And again, you know, this was the standard Glock mag here, just with the Glock OEM, you know, little 2-bullet extension on here, and it worked well. Locked up well. So I don't know. I've seen some other stuff where people talked about the Glock mags, you know, not locking back, and I don't know. I don't seem to have that problem.
Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 chinka, chinka, tang, tang. Oh, you want to follow me, do you now? Okay, all right. I'm coming down with that. All right. That's cool. We're going to slide around you. Oh, you can't find me. You can't find me.
All right, guys, well, my GoPro Hero 13 died again from the heat, no surprise, but I was just at the end of the video there talking about this, and I'd say it's run flawlessly now that I've lubed it up pretty good here. So I think that's, you know, when you get it new, just clean it, re-oil it, and I don't think you'll have any issue. It is a very soft shooter. It is really nice. Seems to lock back on the stock Glock mags here, so I really like that. I don't know why the Mechars aren't locking back, but they're not, and didn't have one single failure after I put the oil in it. So I like to pull it out of the box, you know, just see how it does, like I was saying earlier, and fire it, and it fired pretty good for a while, and then it started to do the jamming up, started stovepipe and doing that kind of stuff. But once I oiled it up, good to go. So I do like shooting it. They did fix some of the things. I know in the 4.5, or sorry, the Staccato HD P4, it was a little bit different here on the back. I don't know if this is close enough for y'all to see, but they did change some things in here so that the grip, when you're gripping in it, it doesn't do a hot spot at all. You know, I fired a couple hundred rounds through it yesterday. Just fired a couple hundred, well, probably more than a couple hundred rounds today. And just no issue whatsoever with a hot spot. Really does feel familiar, like a Glock grip. I know they say they changed they didn't change the angle, I guess is what I'm hearing, but it definitely feels like a Glock grip angle. And it does feel very familiar. You know, it feels like a Glock grip with, you know, with the stipling on it here. And the stipling to me is perfect. I mean, it's not too aggressive, but it's plenty to hold in the hand, you know. And I tried a couple different grips just to kind of feel out how this gun shoots best. I know with my CZs, you know, I do a little different grip than I normally do, like with my Glocks, and I shoot pretty well with that. Like I said, I can, just with regular sights, with irons, you know, not a dot on that CZ Shadow 2 carry. I mean, I can pull that trigger as fast as I want on this target over here, the steel, and just drop it. I was hitting all the steel on all of these steel targets here, and I mean, it was doing real well. Amazing. This did really well once we got the oil on it. So I guess you can take that for what you will. Again, I wouldn't say this is a gun review or anything on this thing yet. This is just a out of the box. Let's see how it does out of the box. No oil, no nothing. Just take it as it came and see if this thing fires well. Well, it didn't, but putting some oil on it, it did. And it does come with a lot of oil on it, looks like, from the factory. So, you know, I don't know. For me, a duty gun, you know, probably shouldn't have that much oil on it to get it to fire reliably. Well, my camera just stopped on me again. But yeah, I was saying that on a duty gun, you know, I just, yeah, I think you need to have a, you know, light coat of oil on it. You're good to go. I wouldn't want it dripping in my holster and everywhere else, but we'll see how it is. I wanted to pull this out of the box just as it was, just kind of see how it did out of the box. And, you know, obviously you saw the issues that we did have with it right out. Went and threw some oil on it and lubed it up there, and it worked flawlessly. It locked back on those mags, those you know, the Glock mags, but not the Mechars. And other than that, I mean, it fired flawlessly. So, you know, I'll do that 1,000-round review, and I'll clean this thing up. I'll lube it like it's supposed to be. You know, just get a coat of oil on this thing, and take it back out and fire it. And I'll do some videos of that too, you know, throughout the process of those 1,000 rounds, kind of throw them in there maybe as a little montage. You can kind of see the shooting. If we have any issues or whatever, I'll put that in there. But yeah, once we lubed this thing up, it ran like a sewing machine. It was good to go. Fired great. It was great to fire one-handed. I enjoyed shooting it one-handed. I think you will too. It was nice. I mean, soft shooter, very, very soft shooter. You know, I was talking about my Glocks there. You know, they're snappier. Definitely when you shoot that Glock, I mean, it's snapping. You can feel it. This thing is like just I don't know, it's light. It really is, you know, it's a lot like my XC. The way, you know, the XC is really soft. Now this doesn't have as soft as a spring in it as the XC, you know, I mean, but man, it is super smooth, just real smooth. You know, I really like it. But definitely a soft shooter. So you don't have to put a lot of input in. I mean, it shoots soft, just kind of stay on target. I think you'll really enjoy that. It's definitely nice. So anyway, I don't know if I discussed it earlier. If I did, I guess I'll just cut this part out. But they did change up the grip here. They did some changes from the HD P4 model. You know, I look at this thing. I got the, you know, DLC barrels, the slide cuts, and I have the magwell here, which I wasn't expecting. I was surprised that I got the magwell, and it doesn't come around all the way around on the back here. So it's nice because it doesn't hit your hand, you know. But this front, you know, lip here just kind of cradles your hand. It's really nice how it cradles your hand. But it's like perfect. It's just it's, you know, great. I like it. I love it that it's got that off of there on the back, you know, that it's flat on the back. In fact, the one I put on my Glock is kind of smaller like this. And in fact, might be a little smaller than this magwell even. And it's flat on the back as well, which I really like that. So I think y'all will enjoy it. We'll see how it goes. Do that 1,000-round review after I clean it, lube it, shoot it again, and we'll actually do a review on it, and I'll cover some points on this. But just wanted to get the initial shooting out, the out-of-the-box thing, and you know, give you guys an idea of what to expect if you get this. You know, if you think you're gonna pick it up, pull it right out of the box and go and fire it, you might have some issues. You might want to go ahead and get lube on it, even though it looks like it's pretty lubed when it comes out of the box. You may still want to throw some lube on it or clean it first and then lube it and then go out and fire. Because after lubing it and the performance that it had, I suspect that I will not have any issues again out of it, but we'll see. All right, well, if y'all like this content, you know, like and subscribe, and there will be more to follow. Thank you.